I had a very successful event in Singapore. I was there for 10 days. A lot of you showed your affection on me wherever I went, whether it was the streets of Singapore, whether it was at the restaurants, the malls, and more particularly at the events. I wish to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. My team felt that I had never done a full fledged event in Abu Dhabi, and they wanted me to do so because we have a lot of friends there. So the next event would be in Abu Dhabi on the 5th of October. Those desirous of participating in that event, drop a message at the WhatsApp number given below or send a mail at the email given. My team will get in touch with you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Be Rich. Before we get into the video, I wanted to bring to your notice that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog / newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it, and we've analyzed macroeconomic trends. And a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu, and these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Happy Sunday. I hope you had a wonderful Saturday evening and you're back at it today. And this Sunday evening, for some of you, maybe Tuesday is a holiday or Monday is a holiday. I'm not sure. There's a lot of confusion over this. And if you do have holidays, do enjoy this longer than expected break. For those of you who are like me who have to get back to work, well, Monday is another week, another day, and we get back to it. Since it's the end of the week and markets are not open and there's nothing stock specific to talk about, I thought I'll conclude the week giving you some food for thought. Because today, a lot of you would have got your Bajaj IPO allotment. And I did ask on Instagram how many of you did manage to get the allotment. And as of now, as of the recording, we stand at around 25% of you have managed to, who I interact with on Instagram, have managed to get your allotment. So congratulations, commiserations to those ones who didn't manage to get it. Better luck next time. There's nothing wrong. So in that spirit, for those of you who missed out, I thought we'll explore this concept of how the world of investment works and how opportunities are always there. And it's up to us to spend time and analyze and see and study things. So first I want to talk about someone known as Reynold Wayne or Reynold Wayne. Reynold Wayne was one of the guys who invested in Apple way back in the days when it started. In 1st of April 1976, when Steve Jobs started Apple, this was the third person, and no one much talks about him because he's been forgotten in the annals of history. And the reason why he's been forgotten is because he was given 10% share in Apple, and he later on sold this because he didn't believe the company would take off, and he sold his 10% stake in Apple for $1,500. This is about $8,000 today. So imagine if he had had faith in this and he had held on to them, he would be worth in billions right now. What his 10% stake in Apple will be worth today, we all know. And he was an electrical engineer, so he did know about computers and he knew the potential of computers. He came from an engineering background. So I'm sure there's more to the story that his interaction with Steve Jobs and Wozniak, somewhere along the line, he didn't feel it was the right fit and maybe he exited. If he had overcome that initial doubts he had and he had kept an eye on the business plan more, then maybe he would have held on to it. And maybe today we'll be talking about him too with Steve Jobs and Wozniak. Same length, you can talk about someone like David Sheraton. David Sheraton is a professor in Stanford. He was one of the first guys to invest in Google when those two students in front of his porch, his house, that is the front part of his house, the porch as they call it in the US, sat there and explained the concept of Google to him. He was so taken into this idea and he thought it was a brilliant idea and immediately cut a check for $100,000 and gave it to them and said he wants to be investors. And another professor was with him called Andy, who was with him at the same time. He also cut a check and gave them. So with $200,000 as seed capital, they started Google. And his holdings in Google now is worth over $10 billion or even more. And he's known as one of those frugal, cheapskate billionaires because he's very frugal in his lifestyle. He doesn't believe in flashy spending. And I think he's still a professor in Stanford. So why did I talk about these two stories? One person who exited Apple, another person who invested in Google and managed to hang on. Yes, there are a lot of anecdotal stories like this. I'm sure you can find it on the internet, where you'll read about people who made, like Peter Thiel and all that, who invested in Facebook. You'll read about them, even Elon Musk and PayPal. But that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is, what can we learn from this? Well, what you can learn from this is that if you are going to invest in something, take the time and effort to know and stay connected to the business plan and the people running it, and keep in touch with it. And that way, you will know if you made the right picks. The same person who invested in Google invested in another 19 other companies, which you can go read about. Some of them successful, some of them were not so successful. He invested in companies like VMware. So I suggest you read about him, and it's an interesting person to read. And the reason why he invested in these companies is it was in his circle of competence. He was a professor of electronics and related fields in Stanford, and he had students coming in whom he was teaching, and he could see the next Dhoni appearing in front of him, or the next Virat Kohli appearing in front of him. So he knew where the future was and who had potential, and he could not only influence them, he could nurture them, and he could be participating in them. And this led to him being investors in these companies. Same way in our life right now, I'm sure there's lots of opportunities around us. Stock market, yes, is a way we can make money. Investing is truly the way to make great money. I know a lot of you believe in future and options, who believe in trading, who bought this Bajaj IPO in the hope to flip it. Meaning that you got it for 70 rupees and you got allotted now, and now once the market opens and share starts trading, if it hits 150, you want to get rid of it and book in your profit. And I'd spoken in a video about it with Karthi, which I don't know, which will come in the Tamil channel. And it's a bit of a humorous video, which you can see it there. And you'll understand my views on that. I hope that if you have got allotment of this Bajaj IPO, that you've bought it as a long-term investor. And I want to explain these two stories to you on the idea of holding on to something. Yes, you may have only got 214 shares allotted, which is 15,000 rupees. I hope you are in a situation where this 15,000 rupees is not something you need back immediately, and you can leave it on the table and see this 214 shares grow. And mind you, it will grow. It is from a company in the house of Bajaj, and given time, given 10 years time, this small investment of your 15,000 rupees has a potential to grow into a multi-level. Sadly, the thing is, a lot of you will feel, let me book my profit and exit. And that was maybe the intention you bought it. You invested initially. I hope that you are prudent enough to spend a little time now that it's been allotted. My opinion was different if you had not applied for the IPO. Like, I didn't apply for this IPO. And I have my reasons, and I explained it on a previous video. But if you went ahead and applied and you've got allotted shares, I hope that you're able to see the rare opportunity you have, that you have been allotted a great company, probably at a great price. And if you hold on to it, and if you believe in it, and you study the business, like how the professor did, and you hold on to this, that you will have an opportunity, rare opportunity in your life to see something turn into a multi-bagger, as they say. So this kind of gives you food for thought on the various ways opportunities can come and how you can take them and make them into something great. All of us live in our own circles of competence, and we see opportunities appearing in front of us. It could be a friend, it could be someone working with us, or someone below us or above us, and we hear of these opportunities of a great idea or a great opportunity. So do take a little time when you see these opportunities. I'm not saying immediately go start lending money to everyone who comes and asks you for money as an investment. I'm not advising you to do that. But I am asking you to change your mind as an investor mindset, and to see opportunities everywhere. Opportunities are not only in stock markets. Opportunities are everywhere in life to grow and make money and grow wealth. And if you do have these opportunities to grow wealth and make money, you don't also have to immediately get into this flashy lifestyle. That's another thing which I hope you keep in mind, that you would spend some of your earnings and some of the effort into doing something back for society. That you have been blessed, as they say, with a rare opportunity to make more than you need. And then you look further afield and see whom else you can support and help in any form or way you can do. Anyway, I know at this end of the video I got into a bit of a lecture. It wasn't my intent, but since it came up, I wanted to share it. So for those of you who did get the Bajaj IPO, congratulations. For those of you who missed out, don't worry. Other opportunities will appear, like I said, in this video and highlighted. Those of you who are interested to know more about these kind of stories, do go to the internet, Google it and read about it. And I advise you to read and not watch videos about these, because if you read, you tend to retain and analyze the knowledge a lot more than watching videos. My prime advice to all people who want to become investors to read more and watch less. Anyway, it is kind of funny that I'm saying this on a video platform, but that is true. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead for those of you who are starting on a Monday week. And I'll see you in the next one on Monday evening. Do take care and stay safe. Like and comment as always. And other than that, I have nothing else more to say. Thank you.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.